Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have the August Guardian tier list videos, so if you are new please leave a like and subscribe for more videos on the channel, and also follow my X in the description down below to stay updated when I do upload. It feels really weird saying that, but anyway, before we get into the tier list video, of course we need to put out a quick disclaimer that this is my own personal opinion. I also take opinions from people in the comments of each tier list. Every time I update it, I go and test out these new Guardians when they get buffed, and also the brand new Guardians that come out every single month, and I put them into this tier list. Now this is all subject to change. This could change next month. I also need to say that this tier list has no bad rankings. All Guardians are going to be useful in the game, whether you're a starter or an endgame player. These rankings mean all these Guardians are useful. So we're going to get straight into it with the Guardian that recently came out in Disney Mirrorverse. I say recently, it was like 1.5 months ago, but that is Dash. Now Dash, a lot of people didn't really like him when he first came out because of the side event where it was just so hard for him to 1v1 it. But now time has passed and I can actually tell you right now, I love Dash so much. Ever since I made the first video on him, I fell in love with him. His damage is so good. Damage is comparable to Zerg. I mean, the testing is just there. His build up damage is amazing. He gains so much focus buffs, as well as he just has so much damage. He has shock as well. And yeah, overall, his double hits on his basic attacks is so unique, as well as just so much damage in such a short period of time. So my overall thoughts, this guy deserves to go into top tier. He's one of the best melee Guardians in the game. I would say the only one that's above him is Peter Pan currently, because of that invisibility, and it's just so much easier to use. Dash, he's a little bit harder to use. You've got to actually dash into your opponents, so you've got to get the right timing. But apart from that, his damage output is just so good, and he definitely deserves to go into the top tier. So talking about the top tier, all the other Guardians are in the same place. I've not demoted anybody. We used to have Ariel in the top tier. She got demoted, and with the addition of Dash, she definitely deserves to stay in amazing tier. She's still an amazing Guardian, but like I said, she's a glass cannon. She does have that cleanse, but I still think Dash is a little bit better than her. So yeah, all the other Guardians, we obviously have Mike in there. He deserves to be in there. Zerg, even after his nerf. So moving on to a promotion who used to be in the great tier and has moved up to the amazing tier, that is Anger. Now a few months ago I made a 4-minute guide on Anger. I hadn't really played him beforehand when I started playing the game, but after that 4-minute video I thought to myself, this guy is amazing. You build up his charges to 10 and he just goes crazy, and I really think he is a solid option. He's one of the better melee Guardians in the game, and I just think to myself, this guy is just so fun to use. If you get the right team with him, you're just going to be blasting at opponents. His burn is so good, so when you get into the correct fights where he's really good, he's just going to be one of the better options for it. So personally, I think he deserves to go into the amazing tier. He's a very underrated Guardian that a lot of people don't really focus on, but I still think he deserves to be in there. So moving on, we have the two newest buffed Guardians in Disney Mirrorverse. Now that is Snow White and also Rhea. Now a lot of people pre-buff were saying Rhea was really good, her damage output is really good as well. I had her in solid tier and I decided to move her up after the buff. Now I haven't really played her too much, but I can tell you right now I'm already regretting my decision. She's amazing and I think she might actually deserve to go into the amazing tier. I need to do further testing, but right now she stays in the great tier. I don't want to get ahead of myself. The same with Snow White. Her buff wasn't as good, but she got some more health and damage. So I think between them, it's really hard to place them. But right now, I would say they're in great tier. But look out in the next tier list video, they might get promoted up to the amazing tier. Now, I did some changes with the useful tier. Now, I had Donald Duck in there. I had a lot of people telling me that Donald Duck needs to be looked at. You don't know what you're talking about. And I would agree, he definitely didn't deserve to be in the bottom tier. So I promoted him into the solid tier after doing some testing with him. Now, I also decided to demote Dory into the useful once in a while tier, because the truth is she is one of the worst support Guardians in the game to use. She's not sustainable in the fight. You can't really rely on her. You need to play her. And at the same time, it's just better options out there. I just don't know anybody that uses Dory, so I have to put her into the useful once in a while tier. She'll be really good for some of the towers, but at the same time there is better options out there, such as Jack Sparrow for the Seafaring Tower. So yeah, that's my promotions and demotions. Nothing too much has changed. As you might have noticed, we only get one new Guardian every month now. We have Rex coming out very soon. I did a little breakdown on him and his abilities, but on paper he does look like he's going in the top 2 tiers. So yeah, I'm excited for Rex to come out. We're getting to the point now where all of these Guardians are going to stay in the same positions depending on if they get a buff. So if these Guardians do get a buff, I will be testing them out further and updating them in the tier list. Also, because there's only one Guardian coming out every single month, we can actually just focus on going back on all the other Guardians and making this tier list as good as possible. There's not really anybody else making tier lists, so everybody who just sees this video is just like, this is crazy, this is so wrong, but they can't compare it to somebody else's because there's just no other tier list. So yeah, like I said before, this is based on my own opinion and also just taking some inspiration from people in the comments. So let me know down below what you think about this tier list. Is this the worst tier list you have ever seen in your life, or is it decent? Is it passable, or do you think it's just terrible? So just let me know what you think down below. Give me your thoughts and improvements to make this tier list as good as possible. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.